Welcome back to Special Friends Podcast. My name is Mary Santora.
And I'm Sara Huntington. I have salmon sperm on my face.
You do. That's why she looks like she went into the sun with no sunscreen for the first time in 15 years. You look insane.
Yeah, it feels like a sunburn.
Does it?
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like hot.
Yeah.
Like I feel constantly hot, but just on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not sweating?
No, I don't sweat though.
Okay.
Not a big sweater.
Oh my God, how cute.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
So tell everybody at home. Because Sara left today and was like, I have a Botox appointment at 12:30. And then she came back an hour and a half later looking like this.
Okay, so you're supposed to get Botox every 6 months. Right. But honestly, I feel like I didn't need it. Mm-hmm. I got it 6 months ago and I was like, I feel good. Like, I don't feel like I need another round. So I went into her. I told her what was going on. And she was like, we should do microneedling. Microneedling with polypilafferal plates. I said, okay, well, what will that do? It's supposed to get rid of like my rosacea, supposed to make my skin brighter, and I'll look less tired.
I mean, it's brighter.
It's definitely brighter.
It's brighter.
It's
brighter in a way.
Yeah, mm-hmm. It's different.
It is different. People will notice.
Yeah.
It's not like when you go to get your hair done and nobody can tell.
Yeah. You know, when you get your like highlights and nobody says anything, and you're like, fuck.
It's not that.
Yeah, people will definitely notice. I don't know if it's in a good way. You know what's also horrible? When somebody goes, oh, your hair's different. And they don't say, it looks good.
Yeah.
They don't
just acknowledge it.
Yeah. Oh, your hair's different, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like, does it look horrible?
Yeah.
Why would you say
it like that? Yeah.
It looks different?
Yeah.
So I
That's
look
what I would
different.
probably say if I saw. Actually, no, I wouldn't. I'm very straightforward. I would see him and be like, "Whoa!"
What?
That is probably that might be what I said when I saw you. I was like,
why do you look like that?
What
No, actually, you
happened?
didn't say anything. I was like, did you not see my face? And you go, I saw it.
"Oh, really?"
Yeah.
Maybe I just assumed you got more Botox done. I've never seen you directly after an appointment, so I don't really know what it looks like.
Yeah, not like this. Not like this.
What is microneedling?
Okay, so microneedling is like, it's a teeny tiny needle and it punctures your skin. That way the whatever ointment they're using will penetrate more into your skin.
Mm-hmm.
So
and your ointment is salmon cum.
Right now, yeah, but it doesn't have to be. It can be just like a serum, or there's PRF, which is your own plasma. So they would take plasma out of your skin, or
and
out
put
of
it
your
back
blood,
into your skin,
and then put it back into your skin. And
Why?
It creates like
Don't you already have plasma in your face?
yeah, but it builds collagen because you're putting new plasma into your face. I don't know.
Creepy.
I don't know the science.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they recently found out.
They steal your blood to put more blood, and it sounds vampiric almost.
It's called the vampire facial.
Oh, jeez. Well, there you go.
Look at
connecting
you.
dots.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
This one is called the what every guy begs to do facial.
I swear it's good for your skin.
You know what really sucks though is the amount of men that are going to see this facial and be like, I told you.
But they're not salmon.
Right.
Men aren't salmon.
Right. And a lot of them don't have good cum. Apparently all salmon has good cum.
What makes it better or worse for your skin?
Well, I would say like if you're dating someone who has a bad diet.
Mountain Dew.
I
know that lowers the sperm count.
I would say it just can't be good for your skin. If they're coming Mountain Dew and weed onto your skin.
Doritos Locos Tacos?
Yeah, like that can't be good. But if they're like an athlete and it's like mostly water and lean chicken, that might be kind of good.
If it's just, I mean, I guess I never thought about what makes it up.
Because it's a protein. So it's whatever goes into your body is what's going to come out.
I thought everything that was like a myth is that people would be like, oh, you have to drink a bunch of pineapple juice before a girl gives you head because then it'll taste better.
Not necessarily taste better, but what you put into your body. That's why like when guys are, when it's infertility and it's the guy's fault, it is like, they're like, you're more likely to be able to change your fertility as a man based off like your diet and your exercise and just your general daily habits, where if a girl's infertile, it's normally hormonal based.
Yeah.
And it's not really something that you can cure, which is why you end up having to get IVF. But if it's the guy's fault, it's like, yeah, dude, just like, hey, have a glass of water.
Yeah, smoke less weed.
Hey, maybe like eat a vegetable.
We'll figure it out.
And you could probably have a baby.
So salmon eat.
So they found out.
They eat vegetarian diet.
Yeah.
So you think of vegetarian. My boyfriend's a vegetarian. Brian's a vegetarian.
Well, test
Should
the
I
theory.
microneedle his semen into my face?
You could try
That's
it.
insane. That might be worse than getting a face tattoo. To be honest with you. Watch that be the new face tattoo.
Yeah.
Is that instead of getting like Brian across my neck, I get his cum needled into my skin. This is insane.
That's love. Though.
That's insanity.
I think that if I was really in love, I would do it.
No, you would not. If a guy, no, you would not.
They really wanted me to?
If you like took the condom and then you brought it to the girl, to your injector, and you were like, do this.
Also,
oh my God, that's so gross. It stinks, dude.
It does stink. I said that when she did it. I said, it's odorless. This is crazy because you'd think salmon sperm would have a fishy smell. The rest of them smell bad.
But yeah, but human sperm doesn't smell like their insides.
No.
It'd be like if you were to cut open their leg and eat it.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like,
well,
it doesn't taste or smell
and
like that.
also when I told her that, because I guess I have a really comfortable relationship with my esthetician, I was like, it doesn't smell like cum.
Did she at least laugh?
Yeah, she like, and she knows that I'm a comedian. She follows me.
Is it the same consistency?
No. Okay, and that's why, because I was like, it's very clear and
what if they're lying to you and they just charge you a bunch of money for this? Prove it. Prove that that's salmon cum.
Could be, but it's a DNA component that they take out of the cum. So it's not just salmon cum. It's a specific DNA component that they found inside salmon cum that helps collagen production.
What does it do for the salmon?
I guess gets them off.
No, it has to be important.
Oh, like what is that? I thought you meant like getting their sperm.
No.
And how does the salmon feel about that? Are they getting paid? Are they getting an equal wage for all this sperm they're having to dose out now?
No, I meant like naturally, what does that protein or collagen production do for the salmon babies? When the sperm fertilizes the egg, it has to be important in reproduction somehow.
That's true.
And how did somebody find this out?
Yeah.
Who was the first one to be like,
isn't it crazy? Like, we
steal
don't
that fish
have the cure for cancer, but we do know that semen cum helps with collagen production.
Salmon cum. You said semen cum.
Semen cum.
But that's my whole point is like, how do you find that out? What are they testing? What are they testing that didn't work? Were they like chimpanzees too close to humans?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like not doing what we needed to do.
Trout, very close.
Not there. Sarah made me eat trout last week. It was the worst tasting fish.
It tastes just like salmon.
No, it does not. They're missing whatever protein produces the non-fishy taste. This is completely off topic, but Sarah's like, I was like, I want to eat healthy, but I don't want chicken, and we've already eaten a bunch of steak, and blah, blah, blah. She's like, well, there's salmon in the freezer. And I go and I cook it, and it's shaped different than salmon, and it smells different than salmon, and it's not like thick and like it should be. And I read the bag, and it's steelhead trout. And I was like, bro, this is not salmon. And you're like,
they taste the exact
You're like,
same
no,
way.
it did not. It was so much fishier. And salmon is a fishy fish. It was so much fishier.
Salmon is not fishy.
Yes, it is.
No,
yes,
it is not.
is.
Comparatively, it's one of the lightest to any other fish. It's one of the lightest fishes.
You're wrong.
I'm 100% sure.
No, you're not.
We
because
can Google it. It's like one of the least fishy tasting fish that you
salmon's
can
at like
order.
the top of the fishiness scale.
I don't
Cod,
think so.
yeah, because like cod and mahi, the white fishes.
Yeah,
those are the ones that are not salmon.
I think those
fishy
taste
at all.
more fishy.
No, I disagree. I had
Like
cod.
catfish.
Yeah, catfish is a bottom feeder. Catfish is gross. I know a lot of people like catfish, but catfish is like, they literally eat poop.
Or perch.
You're naming freshwater lake fish.
Okay.
Salmon come out of the ocean.
Yeah.
So do trout.
Yeah.
If you're used to hillbilly pond fish, then yeah, I guess salmon's not that fishy.
Well,
if you're catching your fish where you also swim.
You don't swim in the ocean?
At Papaw's house, then yeah, I guess that one might be more fishy than salmon. But no, like when it comes to like fish you would eat for dinner at a restaurant that like you pay money for, like you don't get a fillet of perch.
Tuna? I feel like tuna's fishier.
I don't know that I eat tuna cooked. Whenever I have tuna, it's on
Like a seared.
No, I eat it with sushi. So I don't know the last time I ate a cooked piece of tuna.
And then shellfish. I mean, you don't eat
I
shellfish,
can't eat
but
shellfish.
is way fishier than salmon too.
Oh, I can't have that.
Yeah. So salmon, I'm telling you, is one of the least fishiest fish.
I don't know about all that. But anyway, what I'm saying is trout is not salmon. And then Sarah argued with me, and they were like, they come from the same family.
Yeah. Well, and here's the thing. I have been getting that salmon, that trout, from Costco for many years. And I had
salmon.
no idea that it wasn't salmon. That's why the one that you got me, I was like, I don't like this.
Because it was real salmon. You've been eating trout.
I guess I like trout. Sue me.
10 most fishiest fish. Okay, so I guess salmon's in the middle. But they're saying like tilapia, halibut, swordfish, cod. Those are all white fishes. Mahi and tuna's in those. So from least, tilapia, whitefish, halibut, whitefish, swordfish, whitefish. Like all of those. And then salmon, and then mackerel, and then anchovies. Salmon is 2 under anchovies, dude. And sardines! The hell are you talking about? Who's screaming? What's going on right now?
It's your chair.
No, it's Siri is trying to translate something. Go to bed.
I guess we could have asked Siri. We need to have ChatGPT up here giving us
I
answers.
don't trust that. I don't like that.
So anyway,
So you have salmon semen.
yes. So microneedling, it's like the little penetration of needles, and then I got the salmon semen injected into my skin, and apparently it makes you very red, which I kind of knew going in. She goes, "You're gonna see a little redness. It'll be good in 24 hours." And then as she was doing it, because
Did
I
it
was
hurt?
No, she put numbing cream
This
on my
looks
face.
like it hurts.
It doesn't hurt, and it didn't hurt at all when I got it done. It's hot.
Oh yeah.
Like, you
that's
feel
like
it,
that's
like,
hot. It's like
yeah,
radiating.
yeah.
I'm not even touching you. It's
crazy.
That is wild. That's a bad sunburn.
Yeah. But like as she was doing it, because I was like filming a little bit of it, I could like see my face turning red as she was doing it. Plus I turned red pretty easily anyway, which was the whole reason I got this, is because I have rosacea and it's supposed to help with that. So yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm always willing to try new things.
Beauty trends.
I do feel like a lot of times I don't do the tried and true stuff. I do end up doing the new, innovative, whatever it is. Because it's like,
where would you draw the line? What animal would you draw the line? If they were like, we extracted semen from a pig.
What animal?
What animal would you draw the line and say, I'm not comfortable with that? Like a tiger, bald eagle?
Probably like my ex. I mean,
Okay.
other than that, I'm kidding.
All right.
Let's see.
Is there an animal?
I'm more so, what animal would I be most excited about?
Okay.
I would say whale. I think that'd be pretty cool, just because I feel like there's a lot of it.
Yeah. Probably gallons.
Yeah. And
But if you're only taking a certain amount out of it.
yeah, but still, I think.
But also, whales are mammals.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that changes
Too
it.
close to us. Dolphin. I think dolphin would be pretty cool because
Rapists.
Well, but look at how smooth their skin is.
They have scales.
Well,
They're also mammals too.
Yeah, I don't think they have scales.
They don't
It's
have
like
scales.
It's skin, and it's smooth as hell.
Fish have scales.
I mean, if you could inject something in my face that would give me the smoothness of a dolphin,
I don't think their semen does that.
We don't know. We haven't tested the science. We're not scientists.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, sure.
What animal would you let be injected?
Sarah,
into
none
your
of them.
face?
I don't do any of this. You yelled at me because I used body lotion on my face.
Well,
Up until
you
about
should
3 years
stop
ago.
doing that.
Up until about 3 years ago, I'd wash my face with shampoo. So no, I'm not. Look at how much my forehead moved.
You're lying. With shampoo?
I swear on my life. Ask my best friend Kelsey. She still brings it up to this day. When she found out I washed my face with shampoo. Maybe not 3 years ago, but like
How long were
definitely
you
while
doing
I was
that for?
drinking my whole life. Definitely while I was drinking, or like a hand soap or whatever was around. I didn't have
How
like
often were you washing your face? with
not
that?
often. I was a blackout drunk for a decade. I was taking showers like once a week and just going over the black eyeliner over until I looked like Britney Spears.
I did have that period. I feel like that's why I'm so into it now. But like honestly, when I was like drinking a lot, I was still getting beauty procedures, but not in like a health way. It was like make my eyelashes as thick and big as you can make them. And then I got like the fake eyebrows too. I got my eyebrows tattooed on. Like,
so that's what that is?
That little like mark right here.
Yeah.
Like right here. Yeah, that's like from an old tattoo that I got.
You can't get that removed?
I can't. They said it would fade in a couple years, but this was 5 years ago. This was 2020. And it still hasn't completely faded.
Wow.
But yeah, it's just like right here. You're supposed to like fill them out.
Wow.
But yeah, the beauty trends I used to do, you could tell that I was like, just make me look stupid.
Just make me look different.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be me.
Noticeably different.
So just change it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm fine with whatever you change. Yeah, I don't do anything. I graduated from shampoo to a Vino Daily scrub.
I do see that in there.
I love that stuff.
But
though.
I feel like that same bottle has been in there since we moved in.
I wash my face every shower. And then, but I also have that, I got it free from a festival I headlined that was like, it's like an all natural vegan.
Yeah, that's actually a really good
was.
product. I really like that product. I forget what it's
Youth
called.
to the people.
Yeah.
And that cleanser's half gone.
Oh, okay.
So I was using that for a while, but I like the little exfoliating beads
Yeah.
in the Aveeno one.
Yeah.
So I graduated from shampoo to drugstore brand.
Okay.
And then when I'm on the road, I have my little tiny sample ones.
Yeah. I don't think drugstore brands are that bad.
I don't either.
Honestly, especially shampoo and conditioner, I think we've been bamboozled with the high-end ones.
I always used to take my own shampoo and conditioner when I would go on the road. And then I was like, there's no way Pantene Pro V is any better or worse than whatever Holiday Inn has.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, so whatever.
Yeah.
And I would just use that.
Because I've just been using whatever ever since I stopped bleaching my hair. Because I feel like when you lighten your hair, they're always like, you got to use a purple shampoo and you got to use
like
a protein rich or a hydration. Yeah.
Purple conditioner. And she
Yeah.
said to use that once a week.
Yeah.
Not like every day, but like once a week just to kind of retone it or whatever.
Yeah. But now that my hair is just my natural color, I'm like, what I'm not going to mess it up.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
true.
like I'm not going to mess up my hair with shampoo and conditioner. So I'm just going to use whatever. I think, yeah, we can chill on the shampoo and conditioner being $40 a bottle.
The stuff I have in there that Brian gets me is like my...
Oribe, which I do love the smell of Oribe.
Well, it's got an I in there. Oribe.
I think it's Oribe.
You don't pronounce the I? It's a vowel.
Uh,
Oribe? Oribe?
That's how I've heard it pronounced, is Oribe, but...
I've never heard of a silent I in the middle of a word.
I mean, this is also cosmetologists that are pronouncing it, so, you know, it's
it
not
could
like...
be French. I have no clue.
It's not like a scholar is out there pronouncing it for us.
That's
but...
true. But I really love the way that stuff smells. And that is like, it leaves my hair so light.
Yeah.
Like flowy and airy and like voluminous.
I do love a shampoo that makes your hair feel clean.
It feels clean and
like it feels
light.
like every strand has been
Yes.
stripped.
And like when I go like this, it's like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can
There's
hear
like
it.
no weight to it at all. That's
Yeah.
what I love.
I think right now I have Salmon Sperm that has been put into my hair. So.
Probably. It looks like it.
Yeah.
It looks like a salmon just all over your hair.
Yeah.
Also, I think you could, how do you even extract that?
I was asking her about that, you know,
Like,
like
squeeze
how do they, you know, do it? Do they have to just like,
They don't have penises.
they don't have penises and
It just squirts out of them like pee, and then it like lays on top of the eggs.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even
Fish
don't
fuck.
fuck. Yeah.
The women lay the eggs, and then the men come and like almost
Yeah.
like spraying pesticides on a crop.
Yeah.
They just kind of.
I don't know if they just have to I know it's in a tank. It's like in a tank.
Farm raised salmon sperm.
Farm raised salmon sperm.
Sarah, you're not even.
I don't know if they just have
even
like a floozy salmon.
fresh caught.
Like on the other side of the tank, like doing strip teases for them or something. But
to get them all worked up.
Yeah, they have to. She's just laying eggs everywhere. They're like, and they can't get to them.
They gotta capture it.
It's like a beta fish where they have the instead of fighting, they just want to put their semen all over.
Yeah,
the eggs.
territory. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see what it looks like.
I'm excited for the end result. Right
How
now,
many days before it's like officially done? Now, I know she said the redness will go away in 24 hours, but like, what do they say? 3 to 7 days for
no,
full
they said
results?
like 2 weeks before like you'll really notice because your skin also peels. So like this is gonna happen, and then I'm gonna have
she
like.
didn't just sunburn you?
How would she have done that?
Hot, red, peeling. These are all sunburn things.
Yeah, but you can't sunburn someone in 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can. If inside the needle is just UV rays, there's actually not anything in it except light.
I don't think that's how it works.
It's a tanning bed light in a needle.
No, I felt the stuff
juice
go on there. Yeah.
No, you did not.
Well,
you felt the juice.
I have it. You want me to go get it?
They give you it?
Yeah, hold on. Talk to him for a second.
They give you? This is insane. Sarah, this seems like some black market shit. Like you went onto the dark web and you bought cum. And you're not even trying to, what is it for? It's in a test tube.
Yeah,
There's like nothing. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Can you see it?
That was the extra. She said that I can put it on my face again tonight.
For what? It is clear.
Yeah.
It's completely clear.
And then this is a salmon sperm mask. Yes. Oh, it's called CPDRN. That's what it's called. Yeah. It's all in Chinese.
Oh my God. It's in English down here.
Oh, it is.
After cleansing, apply toner. Take out and apply the mask to your face. Leave on for 10 to 20 minutes. Remove a mask and gently tap the essence. The essence? Is that what I'm going to start? I'm going to start saying that to Brian.
What would happen if you...
Give me your essence.
If we ate it? I'm not going to. I just want...
I mean, if you swallow, you swallow, man. I mean, it doesn't really matter the species, I guess. Old habits die hard.
Should we Google it? Can you eat salmon sperm?
I don't know. It's supposed to... You put it into your skin, under the dermal layer. Anyway.
Smell it real quick.
Let me smell it.
It smells like nothing. Literally
Don't
nothing.
squirt it. Don't squirt it on me.
I'm not going to. Just smell it.
Yeah, it doesn't... Oh, no, it doesn't smell like anything. Although I do like that they say gently tap the essence on the face. I'm going to start saying that. Because that's the part of sex I like the most, is watching that happen. I don't want to be too vulgar.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start saying that to Brian. I'm
Gently tap the essence out of you.
Give me your essence. I can't even do it without laughing. I'm so prude, dude.
Essence for me.
Cover me in your essence.
That does sound like love making, though. Cover me in your essence. That sounds like what would be written in like an erotic novel. And then he covered me in his essence.
Yeah, you're right. That is some smut right there.
New smut. Not as bad smut.
Oh my gosh. Get over yourself. We also have a new setup because Sara can't be normal for one moment. She needed chairs, which I don't hate. We'll see how it looks. I mean, it's fine.
Our living room feels better. The
It
feng
does.
shui of our living room is much better.
Because we had that desk here and it was very clunky. So this is I think better. I don't know. We'll see if you guys like it. Tell us if you like the way that it looks.
If you don't, it's very important that you do because I cannot go back to the.
We're not going to go back. I mean, it doesn't matter if you like it or not.
Yeah. It would be nice if you did give us a compliment and say, hey, I like the new setup. But if you have something negative to say, you can really just not say anything at all.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
I was in Colorado this weekend.
Yes.
I did not have any type of cum on my face.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Not Denver.
Fort Collins, Colorado.
Yes.
Shout out to the Comedy Fort. Incredible, amazing club. It's so fun.
I want you to talk about Fort Collins, but real quick, I have such a bone to pick with Denver. I hate Denver.
Why?
I do not understand why people like it.
What's there not to like?
It just there was nothing cool about it. And everyone's always like, oh, there's mountains. Yeah, there's mountains really far away. Not like in the city of Denver, though. The city of Denver is...
It's a major city. It's any other major city. It's expensive.
I don't know if it's just like the area that I was staying in, but it was like crackheads. And like, obviously, New York, we have homeless people here all the time, and they're always doing somewhat weird stuff. But the ones in Denver, I was like, I don't know what drugs they're taking, but like I got a 40-ounce soda pop thrown at my head by this lady.
Geez.
I saw people doing actual like methamphetamine, like injecting things into their skin on the street. I saw a guy digging into, what are the things on the side of the street where
trash cans?
No, where water flows in.
Oh, a sewer.
Yeah, he was digging into the sewer and rubbing it all over his body.
Yeah, you must have been in a bad area because Denver's pretty nice. I like Denver a lot, and then Fort Collins is like a cute little mountain town.
Fort Collins, I understand that's cute.
Yeah.
Denver, you got some bad areas.
And there's a college there. I really liked it. I got off the plane. We landed in Denver. One thing I loved there, the 0% humidity. It was just like clean, crisp mountain air that I just...
You don't have trouble breathing there, though?
No, I do get nauseous and lightheaded, though.
Yeah.
I don't have trouble breathing, but I will... Well, maybe being lightheaded means I have trouble breathing, but I don't feel like short of breath.
Yeah.
But I do get nauseous. And
do you know the Denver airport situation?
The whole Illuminati thing?
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that, yeah.
Oh.
We don't have time for all that.
I wasn't going to do it, just making sure you knew.
I know.
Making sure you knew where you were at.
All roads lead to the Denver airport.
Okay.
I had a great time. The Comedy Fort in Fort Collins is one of my favorite clubs in the entire country. It's a college town, but it's a really good mix of like Colorado people who are Republican and love guns, but they're also very liberal and like mushrooms are legal and like it's a great place, I think, to try material for like both sides.
Yeah.
And I had a blast. The crowds were incredible. The comics were fun. Like the staff is amazing. Like it's just such an awesome place to perform and see really good comedy. So the shows were the best. They have a cute, like very walkable downtown area with a bunch of local shops. And so like Saturday during the day, that's all that I did. Yeah. I went and had diner breakfast, which there's like nothing I love more in this world than a diner breakfast.
Dude, what's your order?
I go back and forth between a couple.
Okay.
But I have 3 staples at a diner. First of all, you got to get the coffee.
Absolutely.
Just a black coffee with some sugar.
I have explained that about here, that there is a coffee place. I swear, I think it's just called The Coffee Shop. It's right here on Steinway. It's like just black coffee and there's no frills to it. It's cash only. It's $3.25.
That's it.
And everyone there is just 60 years old, Arabian men.
I have a
smoking cigarettes outside, and I'm like, that's good coffee.
I literally, this exact theory that I've been like, do I want to do this as a video or a bit? And we'll do it as a podcast clip. The number of brown uncles outside of a coffee shop is directly related to how strong and delicious that coffee is.
Absolutely.
1 brown uncle, it's all right. 5 brown uncles arguing, smoking hookah, tiny little cups this big, that's going to be jet fuel.
Oh, yeah.
That's the craziest coffee you've ever had in your entire life. And I've had AA coffee. 12-step coffee is strong. Brown uncle coffee in Astoria is some of the craziest shit I've ever experienced. Yeah. And the thing is, too, I don't know what they're doing different, but it doesn't make me shaky like a cold brew will.
Yeah. I think it's like Arabian coffee. I think that's what it is.
I don't know what it is.
And I think it depends on where the beans are grown. But
where the beans are from.
If they are sitting outside smoking a cigarette at 8 a.m.
or at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Because those places are open until I'm getting off the train or coming home from a show at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And there's people sitting outside drinking espresso. It's wild.
I do think that's crazy how many people here, how many coffee shops are open so late.
It's only this street.
Yeah.
It's our neighborhood because it's all Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
And I have a friend who's Lebanese and I text him. I said, what is this? He goes, oh yeah, like our nights don't start until midnight, like in Lebanon. So he went and got married. His family's like from Lebanon. And so they go back all the time. And he's like, the party culture out there is insane. Like you have dinner at 10 p.m. and then you start drinking and then you go to the club from like midnight to 6 a.m. Okay. He's like, which is why you'll see all these places open till 4.
Yeah.
Because people are drunk and they want to go have a coffee to sober up before they go have breakfast. You know, like it's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So wait, your diner order, obviously the coffee.
Oh.
Best place to get coffee is a diner or Brown Uncle.
Yes.
Brown Uncle Coffee.
Brown Uncle Coffee.
I want to open a coffee shop called that.
I don't think we're allowed.
And it's 2 white girls when they walk in. I I'm like, hi, welcome to Brown Uncle Coffee. I have salmon sperm on my face. What can I get you?
New salmon cum cold foam. It's so delicious. It's gonna make your skin look so plump and
But I just
gorgeous.
want it to be black coffee. That's all I want it to be.
So I have 3. I have like a Denver omelet, which is ironic because I was in there. But like the ham, peppers, onions, sometimes tomatoes and mushrooms, depending on where you get it. But ham, peppers, and onions in an omelet with American cheese. Mm-hmm. That's order number 1. Order number 2, corned beef hash. But not every place has corned beef hash. And it needs to be out of the can, Alpo, dog food looking corned beef hash. Miss me with your homemade corned beef hash. I don't want it.
Wait, how else is corned beef not out of a can?
Sometimes people will do homemade corned beef hash, like a brisket, and corned beef is the same cut of meat. It's just prepared different.
Yeah.
So they'll do like big chunks of good quality corned beef with like full peppers, onions, and halved potatoes. And I'm like, that's not corned beef hash.
I do not like when people mess with a good recipe.
I want Hormel.
Like biscuits and gravy. When
Yeah.
someone's like, oh, this is our...
Nope.
This is our
Stop right
version
there.
of...
This is our. I don't want it.
Yeah. Ketchup.
Yeah.
I don't want your homemade ketchup. Don't
No.
put that in front of me. And they're like, I hate when they have homemade ketchup or a homemade steak sauce and they don't have the other option. I'm like, just bring me fucking Heinz. Why are you doing this to me?
There's a comic named Ryan Dalton who in Cleveland, he was in LA for a long time, who has literally this exact bit where he's like, we make our own ketchup in-house. And he's like, you can take that and put it in toilet. He's like, because you know who else does this? Heinz. He's like, and they've been doing it right for a long time. Like, we don't need this. But, so I want corned beef hash if they have it, over medium eggs on top, mix it all into a big sloppy mess and eat it with fork. And then just a classic breakfast. So like 2 eggs over medium, toast, ham steak, and hash browns. Crispy hash browns.
What is it in Cincinnati? Gotta? Go
I don't like that.
I don't like that
Goetta,
either.
Goetta. I don't know how to say it. But it's like a weird meat.
That's like crispy.
I don't like it.
I don't really like it either.
It's kind of like Spam.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what part of the body it comes from. I think it's pork.
I really don't like it, but every time I'm in Cincinnati, I get it.
I don't.
It's
I had it once and I was like, I don't like this. I don't want
Skyline
this anymore.
chili, that's a different story. That's amazing. I love
hate
Skyline chili.
First of all, anybody in Southern Ohio, Northern or Western
Kentucky,
Indiana,
yeah.
Northern Kentucky,
Yeah, Southern Indiana.
or I guess it would be Eastern Indiana.
Or Eastern,
Eastern Indiana, Southern Ohio, Northern Kentucky. Skyline chili has cinnamon in it,
It's
and they put it
delicious.
over spaghetti noodles.
It's so good.
No, thank you.
You have to take it out of your mind that it's chili. You have to let that leave your head.
It's called Skyline chili,
But it's not chili the way you're
It's
expecting
disgusting.
it. Once you let that leave your mind and you just enjoy it for like
What
a
it is,
noodle
I
with
get what
meat
you're
sauce
saying.
on top.
I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
but it's super gross,
Yeah.
and it shouldn't go on hot dogs. So whatever. I had my diner breakfast.
Okay.
And I was by myself, obviously. So I was just kind of scrolling through my phone while I was waiting for my food to come. And a video came up and it said like when you accidentally film your own proposal. And it was this girl and her boyfriend at a Taylor Swift concert. And it was during, the Romeo and Juliet song. Romeo, take me somewhere you can be alone. But there's a line where he says he knelt to the ground and he pulled out a ring and he proposed to her during
it's
that
a
song.
millennial classic.
And it was at the
proposal.
concert, and everybody around him freaked out. I started crying because a proposal video gets me every time.
Really?
So then I go down this rabbit hole of proposal videos. So now I'm just crying by myself at breakfast at proposal videos. So what I proceeded to do for the rest of the day is that I walked around Fort Collins and popped into different jewelry shops and tried on engagement rings.
By yourself?
By myself.
Were they like questioning?
Not even. They were just like, and I was not.
They're like, sometimes you have to buy it for yourself, girly pop.
Well, I was just like, I made up a whole lie. I made up a whole story. I was like, my boyfriend and I just started talking about getting married, and I wanted to kind of give him some ideas. None of this is true, okay? None of this is real. I'm just like, because it felt better for me to be like, I do have a boyfriend of 5 years, so if I'm going to lie a little bit, I can back it up with real facts. We've been together for 5 years. We live together. We have all, right. But it's not like I'm completely single, right? So if I were to be like, I was crying by myself watching proposal videos and I felt like I wanted to try a ring, even though my boyfriend and I very rarely talk about marriage and don't know if we're ever going to get married. That's crazier.
That's sad.
That's crazier,
Yeah.
right? Than for me
Yeah.
to be like, to make up a lie and just be like, yeah, we just started talking about it because there's no questions after that. Although I guess the true story might have gotten me a discount or something if they're like, this sad woman
Oh, yeah.
about to buy herself an engagement ring and say, I'm married to the game. You know what I mean? Like,
I love myself.
I'm married to me, like Dennis Rodman.
I can buy myself my own ring.
But honestly, if you want to do that too, go marry yourself.
Women
Why not?
empowerment. Whatever.
So I spent,
Did you find your ring?
Yes, I'd say I spent 3 hours walking around. And I went into like clothing shops and stuff too. But
Yeah.
there was probably like 4 really nice jewelry shops that I sat down with and got cards. And they were like, I didn't tell anybody I was from out of town. They thought I was from there, so they give me their cards. And they're like, yeah, come back. We do free consultation.
So what's your ring? What is it? What?
It is a elongated cushion cut.
Okay.
Or a radiant cut, not emerald. So emerald is the one that's like a rectangle with pointy edges.
Okay, yeah.
A radiant cut is the same kind of shape, but it's rounded a little bit on the
Okay,
edges.
got it, yeah.
And then an elongated cushion cut is almost an oval,
Okay.
but it's not an oval.
Okay.
So I'm in between the two. I don't want an oval and I don't want an emerald. Oval too circly, emerald too pointy. So the radiant and the elongated cushion are kind of in the middle.
Elongated cushion cut.
Yes, those are kind of in the middle. And then diamonds on the band, and that's it. No frill, one band, one thin band with diamonds all the way around.
Well, isn't one of them supposed to be like your engagement ring and then your wedding band?
Yes,
Okay.
but I want diamonds on the engagement ring.
Okay, got it.
And then one stone. No triple stone, no nothing fancy, just one stone in the middle. I love the elegant simplicity of it. I'll show you pictures.
Yeah.
I took pictures. I sent them to Brian. He's like, what is wrong with you? I said, well, tell me which one's your favorite.
I've never looked
So-
at rings before.
Really?
No.
Well, I've been engaged before. So
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
radiant cut.
Oh, yeah, I do
Simple,
like that.
beautiful,
Yeah, very
right?
nice, yeah.
Simple, beautiful, gorgeous. So that is almost
That's
the
a real
exact.
diamond?
There's a real diamond. It was like a
I
$30,000
also
ring.
can't- Oh, God. What?
And then that's a cushion cut. See how it's more rounded?
Oh,
It's not as
yeah.
skinny and long. It's more rounded.
Okay. And that's an oval.
Those are
Okay.
both cushion cut. One's
Got
2.5
it,
carats, one's
okay.
3 carats.
Oh.
But those were fake. Those were lab grown.
Lab grown?
Lab grown diamonds is a new thing they can do. They can grow it
Oh.
in a lab. And
Wow.
then get this. So we looked it up.
Just like the salmon sperm.
Just like the salmon sperm.
Yeah.
It's all farm raised diamonds. Yeah. So you can. Technology's crazy. You grow these lab grown diamonds, and people try to talk you out of it because they say like it doesn't appreciate over time the same way, that it won't be worth like a family heirloom. Like when you pass it down for generations and generations, it doesn't become
Nobody's
worth.
doing that anymore, though.
It doesn't become worth more and more and more money. Like when
Yeah.
people are like, oh, this is my grandma's ring
Yeah.
or whatever, right? And if you're like, oh, I want this to be worth a lot of money one day, then that means you want your great granddaughter to sell your ring.
Yeah, I never really understood. Or, like, I just feel like our grandparents, they were so much better at keeping things. You know, they'd put plastic on their furniture and sit on an uncomfortable couch so they could preserve it for 30 years.
Right.
And now we're just kind of like, no,
Well, that's because of the Great Depression, because they were poor. So they knew I cannot buy another couch.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So 2.5 to 3 carats is exactly what I just showed you, guys, that in a lab grown diamond, I want you to guess the price between what it would be for that exact ring, lab grown versus natural, between 2.5 and 3 carats. And then do you know the 4 C's of an engagement ring or of a diamond?
Cut.
Crust is on pizza. No, there's no
Carrot. No, that starts with a K.
No, it does start with a C. You're right.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Cut, carrot, crust is not one of them. The crust, I guess it comes from the Earth's crust is maybe where you thought that. But cut, carrot.
No, I was thinking crust, like the part around it.
You're thinking crest,
Crest.
like the crest of a wave.
No, I was thinking crust. Like if you think of like a pizza, it would have like a crust. So I'm
trying to
thinking
help
like
you.
this around a diamond. That'd be like the crust. You know, like
That's
this.
called a setting.
Okay. Yeah, crust setting.
That's not on the diamond. That's on the ring.
Yeah,
The stone.
the crust of the ring.
the crust of the ring. Okay.
Cut carrot.
Cut, carrot.
Cost.
No, but that should be one. That could be the 5th C.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cut, carat clarity, like how clear it is, because a lot of diamonds have like natural imperfections. Like they'll have spots.
And they're cheaper if they have imperfections? Nice.
So there's like, they have a grading scale of letters. And then cut, clarity, carat. Now you've got me fucked up because all I can think is crust. What's the fourth C? Cut, clarity, carat, and...
Commission for
commission. No, now I'm annoyed because literally the only word in my fucking head is crust.
Okay, so the price difference between farm raised...
Color.
Oh,
so
color.
because they can be like yellow. So like the shittiest one, the least expensive one is going to be more yellow. And then all the way up to like perfectly, completely
I think that's maybe
clear.
like the really expensive ones. I think they end up looking fake.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just because I've only seen like really clear fake diamonds. And then anybody that's gotten married in my family normally has a yellow diamond. So I thought real diamonds were yellow.
No, those are like the $30, $100 diamonds or whatever.
Yeah.
So 2.5 carats, we're talking middle upper class. Think of that. Okay. It's not the best, but it's better than the middle. It's definitely not the worst.
2.5 carats farm raised.
Farm raised.
So I know it's supposed to be
beautiful crust.
It's supposed to be like what, 1/3 of your yearly salary?
That's what they say.
So I'm gonna say farm raised is probably like $25,000.
No, you're saying natural is $25,000. Or you're saying lab grown is $25,000.
Lab grown is $25,000.
Okay, and how much would natural
for
from
a real
the earth?
one? $40,000.
Okay, the natural one that you would find in the ground is almost $70,000.
Oh my god!
And then the one that is lab grown, $3,000.
What?
$3,000. I'm not even kidding. She showed me it all on her computer. And I was like, why is anybody buying regular diamonds?
Yeah.
And she's like, because of the rarity of them. But do you know what like diamond farming is? Like diamond mining? Have you seen people's hands who do it?
No.
That their fingers are literally ground down to nubs because you have to
like digging.
You have to dig them out, and it's usually children. Yeah. So, like, none of this is fair trade. None of it is right. But it's like, oh, I have a $70,000 engagement ring.
But you're supporting child labor.
Have you ever seen the movie Blood Diamond?
No.
Oh, my God. We're going to have to watch it. It's a drama, but it's about that. It's about, like, diamond mining and, like, this, big giant gems and how much they sell for and what actually goes on behind the scenes.
Y'all are complaining about us ordering off of Shein because we're too poor. But then you have a $100,000 child labored ring on your hand.
And
so,
they're not getting paid,
relax.
and they're dying in the mines, and the working conditions are atrocious. And I'm like, I cannot believe people are still buying diamonds.
Yeah.
When she said that was the difference, like almost $70,000 versus $3,000.
Yeah, that's
and
embarrassing.
that picture I showed you was $3,000. Nobody would know. Nobody would look at this to the naked eye and know that that's not a real diamond.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I wouldn't know no matter what, but that's embarrassing that people are willing to pay that much more for a real diamond when that's the
how they get it.
Yeah.
Well, and so I straight up asked her, and she said, well, a lot of people think it doesn't mean like you don't love someone as much if you're only going to spend $3,000. Like it's not as sentimental. That's the word she used.
Honestly,
the sentimental value is less.
If you're showing your love to someone based off of you spending $60,000 more dollars on a diamond, then your love was built on the wrong things anyway.
Right. Yeah,
it's crazy. You don't love each other. That's called I want to show you that I own you, essentially.
I'm not going to lie. When I first heard about lab-grown diamonds, I was like, that's cheap. I don't like it. I want a real one. But then the more I've like learned in my
your
Saturday,
3-hour.
my 3-hour class that I took from various lies that I told, the more that I learned about it, I was like, yeah. And I told her, because she was like, honestly, unless it is someone who is like in the jewelry business, no one's gonna be able to tell.
Yeah.
And she's like, and there's a lot more you can do with lab grown diamonds, like specific cuts, specific sizes, specific shapes.
Yeah, because
like,
it's not coming out of the ground with like flesh on it.
Yeah.
They gotta dust off the fingernails from somebody that dug it out of there. It's just like raised nicely.
See, I thought it would be like lab grown would be like kind of like you said, like lab grown would be like $10,000, and then I knew natural diamonds were expensive. I didn't think they were like $70,000. I mean, 3 carats is a lot. That's a big fucking rock, you know. But when she said it was like 70 versus 3, And she's like, well, the diamond's on the band and then the setting and then the this. She's like, you're looking at like a $70,000 ring versus like a $3,000 ring.
That's no.
Can you even believe? It blew my mind. And I was like, I cannot even fathom.
This is going to sound like so pick me, but truly, if a guy spent 1/3 of his yearly salary on a ring for me, I'd be pissed off. Yeah. I'd be like, why would you do that?
Well, Brian and I have talked about it, and that's when I was like, I would rather buy our dream house.
Yeah.
Than have a $100,000 wedding or with a $40,000 ring.
I would rather go on a 2-week honeymoon.
Yeah.
Or go
to some
travel.
all-inclusive. Well, that's what I would do. Yeah. I like the luxury of it.
All-inclusive, or we travel like somewhere that we would never afford to go before. Spend the $3,000 on the ring, and then we'll go somewhere before you ever do anything.
And I also think we're not even close to understanding that type of wealth, though. That to some people, 70 grand is walking around money. To some people, 70 grand is 3 grand.
Yeah, some people are going to be like, do both, babe.
Yeah, right. Like, get the main rock to be like, and then you get like lab farm ones around it. Or like for your anniversary. Like, I can't believe. But like, there are some people who have that kind of money where it's like, oh, I can't believe the Kardashians rings.
I understand,
you know what I mean?
Them. But I feel like for the average American.
No, there's no reason
There's no reason why you're spending. Okay, if you make $100,000 a year, there's no reason why you should spend $30,000 on a ring. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All that's doing is putting you in a bad position for your marriage to start out, because you're starting your marriage
in debt.
In debt. Yeah. No, I think you should start your marriage in like the happiest point of your life, which
probably in love.
Money makes me very happy. So
right.
If you're broke right before we get married, I'm probably not going to have a good time for the first year.
That could be great, honestly. Probably if we're pinching pennies, you know. Yeah. So that's what I did. I had 4 incredible, damn near sold out shows. 3 of them were sold out. One was like 3/4 of the way there. And then I got engaged to myself this weekend.
And that's on loving yourself.
And then you're like loving yourself. But I sent Brian pictures. He's like, what are you doing? Like, what is she? I was like, oh, I mean, like just one day. So like maybe, I don't know. And it's like, we've talked about marriage before. We're like, what would we rather do? Do we even believe in it? Do we have to sign contracts? My big thing is like, if I get married to him, I get health insurance, which would be really nice. And then tax breaks and yada yada. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, I mean, I don't understand what legally involving the government.
I always forget about that. I do need to get married for health insurance.
That's the biggest part, because Brian has garbage man health insurance, which like he's got really good health insurance. Yeah. And like a really good retirement plan and all that shit. And that would be nice to be a part of that. I can't offer him anything through marriage.
I mean, $3,000? Go buy. Tell him to go
buy it right now.
Go buy it. What are you waiting on?
You hear that?
Go buy the ring, Bailey? Put it on her, and whatever. Go have a wedding at the courthouse.
I swear on my life, I told him. I said, I don't even need a big wedding. I want a ring and a party. Yeah. We don't need to do it at an extravagant place. We don't have to do it like that. I want to have a party at our house, and I do want a ring. Yeah. Regardless of if we get married or not, I want a ring and a party. That's what I'm saying. I want a ring and a party. We buy our house, and we have a big deck and a giant backyard, and we have everyone we love over, and we have a huge party, and I get to wear a ring. We don't even have to sign anything. That's it. I literally just want to throw a party where I get to be pretty and celebrate love.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to sign something so you can get the insurance, but
yeah, you get what I'm saying.
The documents.
Documents.
Yeah.
So I'm engaged. Sarah's got cum on her face. The week is young. We're seeing what comes next. You can follow us on social media at Special Friends Podcast. I'm at Mary Santora Comedy.
I'm at Sara Pop-Tarts. And make sure to check out my Instagram for upcoming dates. I'm going to be in Florida at the end of June, and I would love to see you if any Florida listeners.
Go see Sarah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.